Let us begin with character and theme integration. This is a very important topic in literature in English. It appears in your exams every single year. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how characters are used to express themes, how to analyze the relationship between character and theme using sample analyses, and how to answer exam questions. Take your notes. Let us go. First, what is character and theme integration? Character and theme integration refers to the way that characters embody, express, or challenge the themes of a literary work. Characters are not separate from themes. They are the vehicles through which themes are explored. The protagonist's journey often illustrates the central theme. Minor characters may represent different aspects of the theme. The way characters change, or fail to change, reveals the work's message. To analyze character and theme integration, you must ask, what does this character represent? How does their action or inaction express the theme? How does their development, or lack of development, reinforce the theme? Now let me analyze character and theme integration in Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. The central theme of Things Fall Apart is the clash between tradition and change, and the tragedy of inflexibility. Okonkwo is the protagonist. He embodies the theme. He is a man of tradition. He is hard-working, courageous, and respected. But he is also inflexible. He cannot adapt to change. When the white missionaries arrive, he resists. He wants to fight, but the other villagers do not support him. He is left alone. He kills himself. Okonkwo's inflexibility leads to his downfall. His character illustrates the theme. The tragedy of his life shows that inflexibility leads to destruction. Nwoye is Okonkwo's son. He is the opposite of his father. He is sensitive and thoughtful. He does not like violence. He is drawn to Christianity. The missionaries offer him a new family. He converts. He changes his name to Isaac. He abandons his father and Igbo culture. Nwoye represents the theme of change. He is flexible. He adapts. He survives. The contrast between Okonkwo and Nwoye highlights the theme. Okonkwo resists change and dies. Nwoye embraces change and lives. Achebe does not say that either choice is completely right, but the novel shows the consequences of each. Unoka is Okonkwo's father. He is the opposite of Okonkwo. He is lazy, indebted, and gentle. He loves music and conversation. He dies of swelling disease and is left in the forest. Okonkwo is ashamed of him. Unoka represents the theme of the complexity of Igbo culture. He is not evil. He is just different. The Igbo society values hard work and success. Unoka does not fit, but he is not worthless. The novel shows that Igbo culture is not simple. It has a place for different kinds of people. Unoka's character adds depth to the theme. Tradition is not just one thing. It contains contradictions. Now let me analyze character and theme integration in Wole Soyinka's The Lion and the Jewel. The central theme of The Lion and the Jewel is the clash between tradition and modernity. Baroka represents tradition. He is old, cunning, and wise. He values custom. He pays the bride price. He respects the chief's role. But he is also progressive. He builds a railway. He invents a stamp. Baroka is not simply traditional. He adapts. He incorporates modernity on his own terms. He wins Sidi. He represents the theme that tradition can survive by adapting. Lakunle represents modernity. He is young, educated, and foolish. He speaks English. He wears Western clothes. He wants to modernize the village. He refuses to pay the bride price. But he is also selfish. He wants Sidi for free. He does not really understand the culture he wants to change. Lakunle loses Sidi. He is humiliated. He represents the theme that modernity without respect for tradition is shallow and ineffective. Lakunle is a comic figure. His character shows the limitations of uncritical westernization. Sidi represents the theme of choice. She is the jewel. She is the object of desire. She has agency. She chooses Baroka over Lakunle. She is not passive. Her choice illustrates that tradition and modernity are not just abstract forces, they are choices made by individuals. CD chooses tradition. But she is not a victim. She is an active participant. Her character shows that women have power, even within traditional structures. Now let me analyze character and theme integration in Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Purple Hibiscus. The central theme of Purple Hibiscus is freedom and the search for voice. Camberley is the protagonist. She begins the novel as a silent, obedient girl. She speaks in whispers. She cannot laugh. She is afraid of her father. Over the course of the novel, she changes. She learns to speak. She learns to laugh. She learns to think for herself. By the end, she has found her voice. She narrates the novel. Camberley's character illustrates the theme. Freedom is possible. The silenced can speak. Eugene is the antagonist. He is a violent father and husband. He beats his wife and children. He is also a respected businessman and philanthropist. He funds schools. He publishes a newspaper that criticizes the dictatorship. Eugene is a complex character. He represents the theme of hypocrisy. He fights oppression outside his home, but practices oppression inside his home. His character shows that freedom is not just political. It is also personal. You cannot fight dictatorship abroad while being a dictator at home. Beatrice is the mother. She is silent and submissive. She takes the abuse. She does not protect her children, but at the end, she poisons her husband. She takes action. She represents the theme that even the silent can act. Beatrice's character shows that victims are not necessarily weak. They may be waiting for the right moment. Auntie Ifeoma is the opposite of Eugene. She is warm, open, and loving. She encourages her children to think for themselves. She respects both tradition and modernity. She represents the theme of balance. She is free. She has found a way to live without fear. Now let me analyze character and theme integration in Wole Soyinka's Death and the King's Horseman. The central theme of Death and the King's Horseman is duty versus desire. Elazin is the protagonist. He has a duty. He must die. He must accompany the king to the ancestors. He has spent his life preparing for this moment. But he also has desires. He loves life. He loves women. He loves food. He dances. He celebrates. He delays. He gives in to desire. He fails in his duty. His son takes his place. Elesin's character illustrates the theme. Duty is difficult. Desire is powerful. The conflict between them leads to tragedy. Olunde is Elesin's son. He has been studying medicine in England. He has been educated in Western ways, but he has not lost his Yoruba identity. He understands the tradition. He accepts it. When his father fails, he takes his place. He kills himself. Olunde is the true hero. He represents the theme that duty can overcome desire. He is calm, rational, and brave. His character shows that the tradition is still meaningful, even to those who have been educated abroad. Simon Pilkings is the British district officer. He does not understand the tradition. He sees the ritual as barbaric. He intervenes. He thinks he is saving a life. He causes 2 deaths. He represents the theme of cultural misunderstanding. His character shows that ignorance can cause great harm. Pilkings is not evil. He is ignorant. His ignorance is a product of his colonial education. The tragedy is caused not by malice, but by blindness. Now let me explain how to answer exam questions on character and theme integration. A common exam question asks you to discuss how Okonkwo illustrates the theme of inflexibility in Things Fall Apart. Here is a sample answer. Okonkwo is the protagonist of Things Fall Apart. He is a man of tradition. He is hardworking, courageous, and respected. But he is also inflexible. He cannot adapt to change. When the white missionaries arrive, he resists. He wants to fight. The other villagers do not support him. He is left alone. He kills himself. Okonkwo's inflexibility leads to his downfall. His character illustrates the theme that inflexibility leads to destruction. Achebe uses Okonkwo to show the tragedy of resisting necessary change. Another exam question asks you to analyze how Camberley's character development expresses the theme of freedom in Purple Hibiscus. Here is your answer. Camberley is the protagonist of Purple Hibiscus. She begins the novel as a silent, obedient girl. She speaks in whispers. She cannot laugh. She is afraid of her father. Over the course of the novel, she changes. She visits Auntie Ifeoma's house. She learns to speak. She learns to laugh. She learns to think for herself. By the end, she has found her voice. She narrates the novel. Kambili's character development expresses the theme of freedom. Freedom is possible. The silenced can speak. Adichie shows that growth is possible even after trauma. Another exam question asks you to discuss the role of Olunde in expressing the theme of duty in Death and the King's Horseman. Here is your answer. Olunde's Elisinson. He has been studying medicine in England. He has been educated in Western ways. But he has not lost his Yoruba identity. He understands the tradition. He accepts it. When his father fails, he takes his place. He kills himself. Olunde represents the theme of duty. He fulfills his duty where his father fails. He is calm, rational, and brave. His character shows that duty can overcome desire. It also shows that Western education does not necessarily destroy African identity. Olunde is the true hero of the play. Here is what you need to take away. Character and theme integration refers to how characters embody, express, or challenge themes. In Things Fall Apart, Okonkwo illustrates the theme of inflexibility. Nwoi illustrates the theme of change. In The Lion and the Jewel, Baroka illustrates tradition. Lakunle illustrates modernity. Sidi illustrates choice. In Purple Hibiscus, Kambili illustrates the search for freedom. Eugene illustrates hypocrisy. Beatrice illustrates silent action. In Death and the King's Horseman, Ellison illustrates the conflict between duty and desire. Olunde illustrates the triumph of duty. Pilkings illustrates cultural misunderstanding. Understanding character and theme integration is essential for deep literary analysis. Practice these concepts. When you have them down, move to topic 9.